It's actually a really neat, I think it's neat. It's 24-inch circular pad that's made of 4 different materials. On the top is a microfiber material, very, very similar to like suede. If you think of a suede sofa, if you rub your hand one way, it gets smooth, and you rub it the other way, then it changes color. So this was originally designed for outdoor use. They were going to make an entire mat like this, but a player can smooth it out and then make swings. They can hit a ball or not, and it's going to show the movement of the club, the divot. So you can actually take your finger or your club and draw a line on this mat, and then have players work on making practice swings, working on low point, which I think is really helpful. This would be something I could definitely see taking home, giving to my people to take home if they want to make practice swings at home and work on where their club's bottoming out. Again, I see a lot of practice swings that, could not hit a golf ball if it were down there. You can hit golf balls off of it. They recommend you don't leave it outside. They recommend bringing it back in, but it's really, really durable, and it has a couple other neat functions. On the front of it, there are these 3 little tabs that strings can be hooked to, so you can take them forward on the driving range, maybe one for the target line, and if you're trying to get the player to swing out, you can take the other string and angle it a little bit to the right, so they have a visual of where they're going. Another interesting part is actually, I'm not sold on whether you can do this or not, but they think that you can use it for putting. So if you hit a putt on this and the ball hops, it'll actually show every hop mark, and then when it starts rolling, it'll show a track. So if you worked on this to get players rolling the ball faster rather than chipping it up in the air, it'll work that way. But it's really, really inexpensive. It's going to be $40 or $48 for the Golf Pro. It's called rapidsports.com. They don't have much of a website yet, but something I thought was neat. We have a winter building here, and when I watch players hit in the wintertime, on these mats, boy, they're forgiving, and they don't, there's a shock therapy when they go outside the first time. So I think something like this can be effective where they're getting some feedback about where they're hitting the ground. How thick is it? He said it's 3/4 of an inch, so it's not very tall. They were not standing on it though. It's only 24 inches, so you're standing away from it. But that 3/4 of an inch, not much. I mean, maybe you could stand on a mat if you were indoors and then have that out inside of you. I like it. It's inexpensive and neat.